Hey folks, Ryan O here. I wanted to talk today about the minimum standards, and this is specifically for anybody that's considering getting into the field of behavior analysis. You may want to think twice. So no matter how you come in, it's because that bug bit you, something got you. You contacted helping somebody out, or the idea of being able to help create socially significant change in a nice, ethical, effective way. You want to make somebody's life better, and that's what got me hooked as well. I stumbled into this field, thought it was interesting, and then I started to realize how you could apply this and help somebody out. I distinctly remember the first skill that we were working on was teaching a grown man with intellectual disabilities in his mid-40s how to wipe his own ass. Can you imagine the level of discomfort that occurred for that 40, however many years? I challenge you to just try to go a day without doing that. I mean, I don't know, like, don't yell at me if you do that. I don't know what sort of medical implications that has, but seriously, just give that some thought for a second. But another cool side effect of this is that we start to understand our own behavior, the people around us, those questions that we started to ask. It becomes very clear, or at least more clear as you learn more. And it's really exciting to understand why you do what you do and where that could go, right? Like, now I could start to figure out how to start to chase my dreams, my ambitions, my goals. That turns out to be a whole thing, goal setting and how to move in values-based behavior. It's awesome. But the reality is that you're gonna be overturning your life and completely having to rethink everything that you learned about why we do the things we do, about psychology, all of it. Maybe you're religious. That doesn't fit in a monistic worldview like our field. Doesn't mean that you can't grapple and figure out how to deal with that on your own, but something like that, it's something you're gonna have to tackle in our field. Teaching practices, maybe a lot of you come from various different teaching backgrounds. We do it in an entirely different way. There are very clear ways in which a teacher can interact and help a student learn, and it's not through the traditional ways that are in all of our education programs. There's also not one way to do behavior analysis to understand conceptually what's going on. There are 4, 5, 6 really big different ones that you can go out there and learn about. You may have heard of this antecedent behavior consequence model, this ABC model, or maybe there's the 4-term contingency, there's gold diamonds, there's GWOs, there's the interbehavioral approach. There's a lot out there, and guess what? There's literally volumes of books and materials to help you understand how to just master those different areas. So let's say that you're really successful at this and you've conquered those sort of things. Now you have to figure out how to do that in practice. How do you actually take those skill sets and use them? That is an entirely different skill set, it turns out. This is why we have a supervision model. And the best part is none of this is free. Of course it's not. That wouldn't make sense in a capitalistic society. $60,000. That's what I spent for my supervision and my coursework for just my master's degree. After that, $30,000 on going to conferences and buying additional books and materials. And I get it. I'm weird, I'm different, I'm extremely nerdy. But the reality is that this test, this examination, it is the minimum standards to be able to help somebody out and do behavior analysis. No more. It's the minimum. It is the minimum. You can't get around that. And look, it's an impressive step. That's not to discredit any of the work that any of us or you may be going through right now. Do not take this that way. I don't want to discredit the work that you're putting in, the sacrifices that you've had to make. I've been there in my own regards, my own ways, and we all have to do it in different ways. But let me leave you with this. Do the people that we serve deserve to have the best possible scientist practitioner helping them out?